Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 2 of the Roundtable News Network. I'm your boy, the franchise player, Double B Babbler. I'm joined by our special guest, Sunday Center, and your man, the myth, the legend right here from Pro Wrestling Podcast, your main man, Dave. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the show. What's up, guys?
What is up?
What's going on? I like Dave's little queen wave down there.
You like that?
It's professional.
Yeah.
Pro, that's what come the pro, man. It's professional.
I'm glad you just did that to screen because I was wondering what his hoodie said. I just saw I love hot, and then
Hot mom.
once
I
you
love
did that,
hot
I could
moms.
see the rest of it. That was the only.
I know
news
we're
I
supposed to
wanna
be
bring.
professional, but I think we can all agree.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
No, I can't.
Oh,
but-
Well, he
I-
can, but we can.
right. I get
So-
the vibe you're going for.
So let's get into this, man. Live
Nice.
breaking weekly news story this week. Starting out, NWA superstar and my tag team partner Black G's was shot a couple nights ago in an attempted carjacking. Now, Black G's had been out of professional wrestling for a while. He was battling cancer all year last year. Was set for a triumphant return to NWA's live television show today in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, but unfortunately, due to an incident, he would not be able to make the show. I spoke with G's in length about what happened. He gave me the rundown. 5 guys attempted to carjack him, and one guy shot him in the hip as G's was running from the scene. Several shots were fired, and fortunately, he's well. So we're going to wish you a speedy recovery, my friend, and hopefully we will see you down the line back in NWA. I know he's going through a little bit of rehab right now to heal that, and so good looking out, man. Hopefully things will be better for a good guy, man, a really good guy.
Yeah, best wishes out there.
Yeah, really sucks. Really, he's been around forever too.
Yeah, I mean, Black G's staple is CCW, former CCW world champion, tag team champion with Ruckus, and the team Blackout. Was a part of NWA TNA for a while. Was Rashad Tyson. Rashad Cameron. I just literally saw a video. It's so funny. He posted it. Ultimate X wrestler, just a guy that's been around for so long, so many years, very well respected in the industry. So, so Dave, what do you got for us today, my guy?
I got some good news for people who are fans of the Dark Side of the Ring series. They just announced that Vice TV has renewed for a 5th season. Yeah, they renewed Dark Side of the Ring for a 5th season, and it's going to debut this March.
Oh,
I can't wait.
Man,
So
I wonder.
that's awesome.
I wonder what their
stories?
I wonder what stories are going to be like.
What stories do you think need? Well, okay, so one I do know is going to be coming on this season is Buff Bagwell. He's made that announcement that he's shooting some stuff for Dark Side of the Ring. So his episode will be airing this season most likely. But who do you want to see?
I mean, Buff Bagwell's story does need to be told. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Who do you want
Everybody
to see,
says
Dave?
the joke, like the brawl out and
Yeah.
stuff like
Can
that.
you imagine?
Doubt that'll be covered. God, man, there's
Chris
Is there any
Jericho.
more stories to be told?
I mean,
Like,
there's
Chris Jericho will be a great story.
Yeah. I doubt that he's a narrator. Can you imagine him doing his own story? And
That would
then
be
I
funny.
invited her. Yeah. God, yeah. I mean, there's always going to be stories in wrestling. There's so much stories that haven't been told. I mean, they could even do the current, Vince McMahon or being outed as, CEO of the company. They could do that story, obviously. I think it's a little too soon to do that, but they always could. They could do the sell of WCW, which I'm surprised has not been covered yet.
That's funny that it hasn't been covered.
Right. So I could see that being an episode. They've done Warrior. They've done Jake the Snake. God, they're just so much. I mean, they could do the Hogan scandal. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. They could do the British Beefcake parasailing accident story.
Wow, that would be good.
Yeah, that'd be a really good one. The only thing that really kind of sucks right now is so many guys. WWE's gone on a big sign-in spree with legend deals, and I think it's going to limit who will be able to come on the show due to them not wanting to get in WWE's bad graces while being under a Legends contract. So I think that may kind of hurt some of the interview opportunities that they have. Like right now, they've signed a lot of the ECW guys under Legends deals. So really any ECW story they want to tell would be kind of hard. You'd really have Shane Douglas you could probably get still. Maybe Raven. But yeah, there's a lot of stories that can't be told or they wouldn't have the right people to tell them.
That's true. So what other stories you got there, Dave?
First off, I just want to give a shout out to PW Insider for that story. On this show, we give credit where credit is due. So
that's right.
Want to give a quick shout out to them. I also want to give a quick shout out to Fightful Select because they came out with the story a couple days ago about Mickie James joining OVW as creative director and head of female talent. And she's also an executive producer for all the wrestling shows there.
That's a big win. That's a very big win.
Oh yeah, definitely. Isn't she still involved with TNA too?
I believe so. She's still on their roster.
Yeah, I think so. I think she's in a title match because I think she's doing that whole thing where until she loses a match, she'll retire once she loses a match, or that old Ric Flair storyline of wrestling until you lose.
So is OVW going to get a TV deal? Or
well, I know OVW. I know OVW has a thing with Netflix for The Wrestler season 2,
right.
Or so I do know that for a fact because to get bundles and Haley J and some other people are on that show that I know personally, and I know they're shooting season 2. So shout out to OVW, man.
Yeah, good friend of the show, Haley J. Love her.
I mean, think about it. Like Mickie James is she's a great wrestling mind.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She's a star, and she brings star power to it. So yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's a lot of responsibility that she's got now. She's creative director, head of female talent, and an executive producer.
Right.
Oh my god.
And
lots of hats.
OVW has EC3 there as one of their champions now, I believe. I think they're doing some cross promotion with the NWA, which obviously helps them a lot. The Netflix deal helps them a lot. I know they have local TV in Louisville. But I don't know if they're going to be able to branch out from that and get on I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if eventually they start producing a weekly show for Netflix. Especially with you know what? That's something I forgot to bring up in our meeting before, the Raw rumors about Raw, where it's heading to. I forgot about that. I'll bring that up in my segment. But yeah, so I could see Netflix possibly doing maybe giving them a weekly show on Netflix.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
a lot of streaming services. People are moving away from cable to streaming services.
Oh yeah,
a lot of wrestling companies are also doing the same thing.
Yeah,
so,
what
else you got for us, Big Dave?
Alex Hammerstone still hasn't signed a full-time deal with TNA. But there has been discussions about that being a possibility soon. But TNA has also announced that they've got a lot of other signings that they're working on. So not sure what that means. They said big signings. They use the word big signings. So I don't know what big signings is, but Well, look forward to that. Also, and then shout out to Fightful Select for that story. And then, unrelated to TNA, SmackDown last night teased a return of an old name for a wrestler that I think is long overdue. It's Butch, but now he wants to turn back his name to Pete Dunne. I guess he was teasing it. Said that the Brawling Brutes are in the past, et cetera, et cetera. So we're gonna get Pete Dunne back, which I think is great. I think it's a good step in the right direction for this new Triple H product that we're getting. But yeah,
I feel like with the Triple H regime, it's kind of gotten some slack, but you got to think. I mean, he's not going to be able to just completely undo what Vince has done the last 5 or 6 years in one night. So I think a lot of the creative decisions that people are being critical about are kind of building towards reversing some of the stuff that has been done.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Bad Blood?
I mean, I agree. I agree. I mean, that's all I can really say. All I can really say.
I got one more thing.
Okay.
Just to end my segment here. And it's kind of breaking, but Cora Jade got injured during a WWE NXT show, and they're thinking it's her knee or something.
Yeah. Oh man.
Which the crazy part is they did like a knee injury spot towards the beginning of the match. And then it looks like at the end of the match, she actually hurt her knee.
Yeah. Dude.
So,
well, that's crazy, man. Get well, Cora Jade. You just came back from an injury. Hopefully, this isn't too serious. Trust me. As someone with the torn meniscus, I know how bad knee injuries are. Yeah, so get well soon.
Right.
Let's preview this weekend. Things going on this weekend. Like we have AEW Collision Battle of the Belts.
3 hours of AEW tonight.
I mean, we have FTR and Daniel Garcia in a 6-man tag team match. I'm sorry, a trios match, because we can't say a 6-man tag team with AEW. A trios match against the House of Black. Adam Copeland has an open challenge. Deonna Purrazzo takes on Red Velvet. And we got Hangman Adam Page just going to be on the show. We got the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team championships are on the line. And we talked about this on the Roundtable show. And Center is going to be really happy when I say this.
I am. I saw it. I was so
Brian
excited.
Cage and the Gates of Agony to defend the belts against Lance Hoyt and the Righteous. Now Lance that right Archer, there. I'm sorry. Yeah, Lance Archer. My bad. That right there, in my opinion, they're your new 6-man tag team champions of Ring of Honor. And that will be well deserved. Well deserved.
I mean, especially with. I mean, I love Dutch and Vincent. I think they're so charismatic in a very like Bray Wyatt style.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put Jake Roberts with them on the mic. Oh my God. You just got a whole new whole new level right there.
So good. We also have the Battle of the Belts broadcast, which is going to be live from the Norfolk, Virginia's Control Center. We're going to have AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy defending his championship against Preston Vance. We're going to have the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Ricky Starks and Big Bill, taking on Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara in a street fight for the Tag Team Championship. So that's going to be a pretty decent show, and we'll be streaming that live on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Can we take bets on if they're going to play Jericho's music throughout the whole match again? I feel like that's why they made it a street fight, so they could do that.
I don't know. But we also have a couple other things going on. We have Battle in the Valley. Did you guys even know that Battle in the Valley was happening today?
That's happening today?
Yeah.
Yep. I did
not know that. We
also
have TNA Hard to Kill's pay-per-views tonight also.
Yes.
My
God. This is a wrestling day, man. Like this is a day I'm trapped in the house with a snowstorm right now. This is the day that I just can sit here and watch wrestling all day long.
Perfect day to watch wrestling.
Man, let's go over the lineup for this show, which this match has so many matches on it. It is crazy. We have a no DQ match. Wow. That was loud. We have a no DQ match. Well, we have the main event: Kazuchika Okada versus Will Ospreay.
That's gonna be amazing.
We have Shingo Takahashi versus John Moxley in a no DQ match. We also have the AEW Continental Crown Champion Eddie Kingston taking on Gabe Kidd. We have Matt Riddle and a mystery partner taking on Zack Sabre Jr. and Bad Dude Tito. New Japan Strong Women's Champion Gula versus Trisha Adora.
Ooh.
Man, we have the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team Championships on the line. Phantasma and Hukuleo taking on Alex Coughlin and Clark Connors. We got the New Japan Global Champion Dave Finlay taking on my boy TJP. We got Fred Rosser, my boy Jacob Fatu, and Shota Umina taking on Royce Isaac, Jerome Nelson, and your boy Filthy Tom Lawler. We got Mascarado Dorado and Volador Jr. taking on Rocky Romero and Sabernero Jr. This show is stacked. All right. We got the kickoff match. We got Goldie versus Matt Vandergriff. We got Viva Vane versus Stephanie Valakar. We got so many great matches on this show. That right there, that lineup was courtesy of PWI Insider. With my boy Mike Johnson for PWI Insider. Dude, there's so many matches, so much wrestling going on today. TNA, their debut pay-per-view this year, Hard to Kill. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, AEW Collision has so much competition today.
Mm-hmm.
And AEW is on free TV, but you got pay-per-views. So much stuff's going on. Jesus
is all
Christ,
that spaced out, or is it like coming at you all at once?
I mean, it's all coming at you all at once. To be honest with you,
Man.
The New Japan show is the same time as Impact. I'm sorry, New Japan show is the same time as TNA. It's so hard to get Impact Wrestling out of my head.
Yeah,
we also have.
It was hard to call it Impact at first. Now it's hard to remember to call it NWA.
WWE hits New Mexico for a couple of house shows today. The Wow Women of Wrestling episode 69 dares today.
Vulgar.
I can't make this up, guys. Wow Women of Wrestling episode 69 debuts today or airs today. Man, 3 NWA events this weekend in Florida, including a CW taping.
2 tonight. Tonight is their signature live event, which you are going to be able to watch. I believe
it's a doubleheader tonight in Fort Lauderdale.
We're taping it for the CW. Never mind. You're not going to be able to watch it live. Anyways, at the Revolution Live Arena in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, NWA tag titles are on the line as Carnage and Damage with Aaron Stevens take on Jack Stane and Tim Storm. You have Pretty Empowered versus the King Bees. For the NWA Women's World Tag Team titles, you have Kinsey Page defending her women's title against Tiffany Neves. Junior heavyweight title match, you have Colby Carino with Violent J taking on Mecha Wolf. Tag team match, Anthony Andrews and Zion versus the Country Gentlemen. The Immortals defend their NWA United States tag titles against the Slime Balls. For the NWA television title.
Okay, wait. I need to ask a question because you're the NWA guy.
Yes.
This NWA television champion Mims versus the NWA World Women's Television Champion Max the Impaler.
Yes.
In a unification match?
Yes. They're unifying the 2 television titles. I swear to God, this is not mine. They're unifying the 2 TV titles. Max the Impaler with James Mitchell versus Mims. So there's only going to be 1 television title. They're getting rid of the Women's World Television title. Then for the national heavyweight title, it's going to be Silas Mason versus Burchell. Paul Burchell is still hanging around in amazing shape. And the big one, the big match, it's going to be the NWA World Heavyweight title in the ultimate match of death match as EC3 defends that world title against Always Ready Matt Cardona,
the king of hardcore.
The death match king. Sir.
Death match king. So So we also had Kobe. We I don't understand. I don't understand how this television title thing's going to happen, but it is what it is. And that's a double TV taping right there in Fort Lauderdale, 7 p.m.
Yes, because we also have tonight the NWA CCW Viva Revolution. The Crowns are going to take on New Spectacular 2.0. QT Marshall is going to be in there with Carson Drake. Gangrel versus Talos. Jackal Stevens versus Kerry Morton for the CCW heavyweight title. It's going to be a great night. Tomorrow night, we have the NWA Paranoia taping as well. Or, I'm sorry, the NWA Power taping in Tampa, Florida. So that's going to be a good show as well. So if you're in the Florida area, come out, check NWA out tonight. See the Ultimate Death match. It's going to be interesting. I know a few of the things that they're planning for that match, and yeah, you want to see it. It's going to be great.
Like I said, I mean, there's so much wrestling going on. Memphis Wrestling has the Grind City Rumble. Also, like God, there's so much wrestling tonight. But transitioning to the breaking news, the breaking news of the week. Sting news here. We got Nick Jackson returning to Dynamite to take on. So we got the Young Bucks returning this last Wednesday on Dynamite to challenge Sting and Darby Allin. Now, per Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful Select, Sting actually chose the Bucks to be his last match in AEW.
So the rumors are that Tony Khan told Sting, like, look, I can basically get you anyone not signed with WWE as your final opponent, whoever you want. He's like, they got connections to New Japan. They got connections to TNA. So he basically told Sting, hey, who do you want? I can get him as long as they're not with WWE. And apparently somehow it went down that the Young Bucks was who Sting and Darby wanted to be in there with. I mean, I knew that. I had a feeling Sting's final match would be a tag match for the same reasons Ric Flair's final match was a tag match. Not the same reasons, because I think Sting can still go a little bit better than Ric Flair could in his last match.
Yeah, Sting can actually he can go still. Also, another story from Fightful Select reported on Wednesday that Queen Aminata has been signed to AEW. Fightful Select was informed by several talents that she had been signed, but they weren't sure if it was a full-time deal or a tiered per appearance deal. Now, Queen Aminata has been very big on the independent wrestling scene. She's wrestled on AEW Dark from time to time. She recently made her Ring of Honor debut on December 23rd. She also faced Mariah May on the January 1st edition of Dynamite in her debut match. Now, I've watched Queen Aminata like a lot over the last couple of years. She is a fantastic talent, one of the very best women out there on the indies. And congratulations. I'm glad to see that she's got the push and she's finally getting that rub that we all think she deserved. WWE and All Japan Pro Wrestling news, as per Dave Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer, Triple H and Nick Khan were perhaps looking to work with Japanese promotions moving forward. They sent Charlie Dempsey, who, if many of you don't know, he's a son of William Regal. They sent him over to wrestle for All Japan Pro Wrestling for the Triple Crown title on January 3rd. He faced Nakajima. And Sean Ross Sapp also reported that the WWE is interested in maintaining a working deal interested in working a deal with New Japan Pro Wrestling, but that really seems unlikely due to the fact that New Japan Wrestling has a working relationship with AEW.
Right.
Now, also per Sean Ross Sapp regarding the WWE and All Japan Pro Wrestling thing, sources say that there is a good situation. I mean, there's a good deal there that they're really excited about, and this situation is going to be great. I do think that New Japan and AEW have stiff competition now when it comes to the Forbidden Door. Now that the WWE is actually opening the Forbidden Door, working with All Japan Pro Wrestling, as well as other promotions around the world, which is great for wrestling fans in general. Not just the WWE, not just AEW, but great for wrestling fans in general.
Absolutely.
Now, if you watched SmackDown last night, you'll see that Karrion Kross, Scarlett Boudreaux, and the Authors of Pain, along with Precious Paul Ellering, officially debuted as a group of SmackDown. They're calling themselves the Final Testament. They stated that Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits were on the top of the list to be deconstructed And the video that was put together, Jesus Christ, that video package was awesome.
Oh,
no
yeah.
one does a better video package than WWE. I will say that right here. Their video packages aren't just video packages; they're mini movies. And we also heard that that the Bobby Lashley Street Profits group is going to be called the Pride. I mean, I like the Hurt Business better, but the Pride is more of a face kind of name. So we'll see what that is. We'll see what that entails, man. We'll see how that breaks down. What do you guys say to that, Dave?
I like what they're doing with Karrion Kross now. I really like this new team. I'm gonna be honest with you guys though. I did not watch SmackDown, so I didn't get to see the video package. But I heard it was really good.
It was definitely good. SmackDown was pretty entertaining last night. It was a decent show last night. Nice ending to it, I believe, with some really good matches. But yeah, that segment between Street Profits and the Final Testament.
Yeah.
So you got the Final Testament and the Pride.
Yeah. The Pride cometh before the fall.
So last night's I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I just gonna say, like, I like how they finally got a name. They came up. It took a while for them to think of a name for Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. But I also just like how there's names for these teams instead of just, Karrion Kross and other people.
I like that, and I'm glad they didn't just revert back to calling them the Hurt Business.
Right.
Like I love the Hurt Business, but I'm glad they're not like just recycling that thing name wise. But yeah, a scary moment on SmackDown though was the Carmelo Hayes Austin Theory match, where they actually had to stop the match because of a scary spot. Austin Theory went to do a Spanish fly off the top rope on Carmelo, and they both basically landed on their foreheads.
It's crazy.
Oh,
yeah, it was scary. It was a scary moment.
Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
Whoa. I got one more news story.
Me too.
Oh, sorry.
Jeez, Blood just like screw your news. So the Sports Business Journal posted. Well, Sean Ross Sapp shared an article from the Sports Business Journal where they predict that Amazon will be where WWE Raw lands after their after their contract with USA is up. And they say Amazon's approach can be so much deeper than others. You subscribe to Prime to get WWE Raw. You get free shipping on products. You get products that you wouldn't have normally purchased, many produced by Amazon themselves. So apparently Amazon got the rights to Thursday Night Football for the same reason. They paid a lot of money for the exclusive rights of Thursday Night Football. A lot of money. And I can see them, paying a lot of money to WWE for the same reason. So I could definitely, Raw looks like Amazon Prime may be the front runner for Raw, which will be weird because it'll be the first time that a major WWE program is not available on, your traditional cable.
Well, like we discussed earlier, like cable networks are losing live sports.
Right.
Amazon Prime is gravitating towards live sports. Netflix is gravitating towards live sports. Right. I believe it was HBO, Max. Max is gravitating towards live sports, and people are more readily accepting of the cost of a streaming service as opposed to paying for traditional cable.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean,
look at ESPN. ESPN doing it. The ESPN Plus.
And here's the benefit that Amazon has over other streaming services. So when you got, your HBO Max, your Peacock, ESPN Plus, even all those are relying simply on the subscriber money. With Amazon Prime, that's not their only source of income, isn't their streaming. because you have, the products people buy on Amazon, you have your Amazon Kindles, you have all these other revenue streams coming in for Amazon Prime that they can realistically offer more money than other streaming services because they're just not relying on their streaming income.
And people like, let's say, for instance, if you want to subscribe to the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, you can log into your Amazon Prime. It is totally free. As long as you have Amazon Prime, you can click Amazon Prime. You can go to the streamer's profile, click subscribe button, and boom, there you are right there. You get a 1 month free subscription every month that you have Amazon Prime. So everyone has Amazon Prime. You name one person in America who doesn't have Amazon Prime.
I don't. Well,
you guys.
Well, she's still using a rotary phone. That don't count.
Wow.
But yeah, so that'd be interesting. And I could honestly see, because I think the WWE Network deal with Peacock is also up this year. I could see Amazon also buying the WWE the rights to the network and putting the WWE Network on Amazon Prime.
Well,
which honestly feel like it'd be better on. I hate the WWE Network on Peacock.
Yeah.
I just hate it. Do you remember the network you can use to just find matches instead of having to watch the entire show and fast forward through it to find matches?
Yeah.
Good old days.
I miss those days.
If you have a VPN, you can still get the old WWE Network, which is kind of cool.
You can also get AEW Plus on Fight if you have a VPN.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at this. I did not see this news. Oh, okay. Well, check this out. It is now being reported on PWI Insider. Stock analyst provides a non-buy recommendation on TKO Group holding stock. Wow. TKO Group holding stock is a market platform recommendation from TD Cowen, which begins covering the company yesterday. Bloomberg notes that was the first non-buy rating given to TKO by Wall Street analysts since they started trading. Wow.
But you know what? There was rumors that TKO was planning to go back private. I mean, their stock, since TKO has formed, their stock has done nothing but gone down since they put it on the stock market. So it is underperformed big time since hitting the stock market. So I'm not really surprised, and I really wouldn't be surprised if they end up just taking it private and not relying on it, because there's so many. So when you take a company public, there's so many rules and regulations you have to follow that, a non-public company like AEW doesn't have to follow the same rules and procedures that WWE has to follow because AEW is private.
Exactly.
And there's just so much red tape and everything. I mean, there's benefits and there's downfalls to going public. But I really feel like going private probably is the best option for TKO.
Well, there's some breaking news.
And then Lana, CJ Perry is getting surgery, second surgery.
Second surgery this week. But there's some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
Uh-oh.
Ace Steel has been spotted in Las Vegas ahead of TNA's Hard to Kill tonight. Is Steel in town to work as an agent or a producer on the pay-per-view?
Ace still...
Currently, Mike Johnson,
Ace still got
PWI
hired.
Insider.
He's hired as a producer.
Yeah, but he
got hired a few months ago as a producer for TNA.
Is he there to work as a producer, or is he there to work as a talent? Who is he the big signing by the AEW? I mean, by TNA tonight? Who knows?
Oh gosh, that would be the wettest fart in the history. That may be the biggest wet fart in the history of TNA if Ace Steel was their big signing.
That would be funny.
And they've had some bad ones.
One more thing. Just a quick happy birthday shout out to Shad Gaspard.
Yeah.
He would have been let's see. He would have been 43 today. So
I'm wearing in honor of Shad. I've been wearing this t-shirt.
So
yeah, Shad was good. Shad was a good guy, man. And it really hit me hard when he died because I was friends with him. I do have a lot of affectionate stories, and we actually did a stream where we talked about it. But happy birthday, Shad, the Beast. One of the most affectionately nice guys in this whole industry. You know, like we always say at wrestling, there aren't many nice guys. And I always say I have a lot of buddies, I have a lot of associates, I have very few friends. Well, he was one of the very few friends in this industry. The dude went above and beyond all the time. Was a true superhero, man. Like, yeah. So let's talk about this. Mike Johnson from PW Insider also reported that WWE Hall of Famer Alpha the Wild Samoan is currently hospitalized after suffering 2 heart attacks after being admitted for pneumonia. He had on his Facebook yesterday, Alpha put that on his Facebook. He posted a video. Update on Wild Samoan Alpha, affectionately known as Pops. Alpha was admitted to the hospital last night with pneumonia, but had a mild heart attack upon arriving. Today, he had a second small heart attack and was sent for a heart catheter. He's doing okay. He's in great spirits. He isn't out of the woods yet, but they're keeping him in the hospital for a day or two for observation and monitoring. He wants to thank everyone for their concern and continued love and prayers. This morning, he Alpha released a video. You can go find it on Alpha the Wild Samoan's Facebook page. Alpha the Wild Samoan, one of the patriarchs of the Samoan dynasty, one of the true heads of the table. So get well, Pops, and yeah. I hate to talk about news like that. It breaks my heart to talk about stuff like that, but hopefully he will kick out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's here's more of a positive thing that came up. It relates to somebody's death, of course, but since we're on the topic, but Bray Wyatt they're starting a new Bray Wyatt project with WWE and Bo Dallas. There's no release date yet, but they know that Bo Dallas was interviewed for it. So, and they don't really know what the project is about, but hopefully it's like kind of like a documentary or something, or something like that. Just kind of shed some light on his career and his life and him being a father or something like that. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. That'll be good.
Well, let's hope and pray. Okay, let's hope and pray that they're going to actually induct him into the Hall of Fame.
I not yet. Too soon, I think.
I mean, yeah, I think he deserves it though.
I think he deserves it. I just, in my personal opinion, I feel like if they do it now, it would just look like them trying to capitalize on his death. Give it a few years, then induct him.
Well, before we leave, let's talk about this right here. On the 25th anniversary of Jesse the Body Ventura's inauguration as the governor of Minnesota, the Twin Cities announced that they will premiere Jesse Ventura Shocks the World, an exploration of Jesse the Body Ventura's extraordinary journey from wrestling ring to the governor's mansion. Ladies and gentlemen, it premieres on January 16th. It divulges into Ventura's groundbreaking election as the governor of Minnesota, offering a captivating look at the legacy and lastly, impact on the American politics. Jesse the Body Ventura was elected as governor in 1998 of Minnesota. To the nation's surprise, Jesse the Body Shocks the World explores an intriguing story behind the election, providing a compelling account of moments that will last forever that altered the political landscape of the government of Minnesota. The documentary paints a vivid picture of how Ventura's unique blend of charisma, authenticity. Thank you. I can never say that word. Authenticity and nonpartisan appeal resonated with the Minnesotans that left them in a very sizable mark on the state's history. From pro wrestling to Minnesota Governor, Jesse the Body Ventura's journey comes to life in a new film. If you think you know the story of Jesse the Body Ventura, you don't know jack.
I'll tell you what it is. It's a conspiracy.
A CO-inspiracy. So the
It's
Twin
a
Cities,
conspiracy.
it's going to debut on PBS.
Oh
my
I'm gonna
God,
have to watch
TBS.
that.
Bad Blood, Sinner.
Yes.
Remember we were going over the card on TNA just a little bit ago?
Yes, sir.
Breaking news. Due to travel issues, Trent Seven is unable to compete at tonight's Hard to Kill.
No.
Speedball Bailey will now team with Laredo Kid.
Oh,
in the
Laredo Kid's
four-way.
great.
So
Laredo Kid is an excellent talent, man.
Yes,
Jesus
he
Christ.
is. Dude, Speedball Bailey really been stepping it up and making a name for himself these last few months. I have fallen in love with Speedball Bailey in the ring.
Yeah, he's great. He's really great.
So
I'm late to the Speedball party, but man, I'm enjoying them.
unfortunate for Trent Seven, but at least they got a backup plan.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us here on the Roundtable News Network for big. I love Hot Moms Dave and your boy Sunday Center. I am the franchise, and we will see you when we see you.